then stepping in and out. If I think of my own personal experience, then I think of those people on the world stage in music. Then I think of the people in Hollywood. Even somebody, for instance, like Miles Davis, who sustained his career over many, many decades. I know it can't be an easy thing because there's a lot of barriers, gatekeepers, and health, life's experiences, not even the art form, just, the individual navigating everyday life. There's so many things that can get in the way and make that next step more difficult than probably we thought it would be. So what I respect is just obviously he's taken on the challenge to climb that ladder in his particular field, and he's done the work, because I couldn't get up at 4 every morning for 5 years and go to the gym.
Him, it's also people who have helped him because he looks the right part. There's the whole combination of things. You know what I'm saying? Whereas somebody else who doesn't look the right part, yeah, may not get that breakthrough and take it to what you call a box office record breaking monetization. So it's there's six of one, half a dozen the other. At the end of the day, he's managed to reach that level. He made a conscious effort to reach that level, and when when the opportunity opened up to him, he took it. I'm sure he's got a really great and fantastic story, but like I said, there's so many people that I could talk about, that we could talk about, that would mean more
Just be touching
to
on
me
here for now.
personally. It would mean more to me personally. So yeah, I think I've covered him enough. If you
See,
want to
you can
go on to
talk
about
about
anybody
anyone you
else,
want. You
you
can
know,
talk about anyone you want.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
mean, Kevin Hart, for example, was somebody who got a lot of criticism when he was, he's coming out of you could say the black end of comedy, whatever route those comedians have to navigate, be it live at the Apollo or that whole, like music, I guess, you tour, you deal with certain audiences, you earn their respect, and when you start releasing albums like um Richard Pryor did, one of the first people to figure out, and that's another thing, it's creating your own luck. So there is luck, as you said, but it's creating, because Richard Pryor, from my understanding, he was the first one who figured out, followed by Eddie Murphy, that you could put your comedy show on a record, on vinyl, and it was in the charts with actual musicians, music, but he was doing comedy, and they realized people would buy records to hear the jokes. No one else figured that out before then.
powerful and a spark of intellect that took them on another level. I remember listening to we listened to Richard Pryor on we was on doing a tour. We went over to Germany and we were all in a van traveling over there, and we listened to Richard Pryor all the way there on tape and all the way back. It was just like we were just rolling over with laughter. His humors wouldn't really stand up to some things today at all, but when it was out, it was just new. And yeah, they did a similar thing. Richard, as you said, did a similar thing to Hulk Hogan, and that, by actually seeing a gap in the market and actually just going for it and making that stuff work. Yeah,
Sort of took the baton from Richard Pryor in his.
ran with it and just destroyed it, mate. It's his, became his. Yeah, Eddie Murphy is one of the most talented comedians out there, because he was able to do that. He's a comedian, he's an actor, and he can use comedy within his acting like smooth as silk. He's and a singer.
A while back. Okay. While we're waiting for Dan to reconnect with us, I'm just gonna do a quick shout out to Chris O'Connor. He says he's been on the Guinness. Lovely drink, good for the stomach, from what I understand. It used to be my beverage of choice back in the day, not so much these days. But if we're gonna call out Guinness, we'll do a quick shout out to Murphy's as well, just to be even-handed. And Trapgore. So yeah, a little shout out to Trapgore as well. The one you freezed, I was just referencing Guinness, because we got Chris O'Connor here, who said, "What's happening being on the Guinness?" And I was letting people know that that used to be my tip